Hey everybody, it's Joe from greenlightsound.com, and today we've got a really important topic when mixing vocals, and that is getting rid of vocal harshness using a couple of really simple EQ moves. We're going to look at a stock EQ first, a normal digital EQ that you can find in any DAW, and then we'll look at some analog style plugins, analog style EQ plugins, to see how it works in those contexts as well. First thing I want to do is just hear the vocal without any of the EQ engaged, just the dry vocal.
I can be your undercover lover. I can be whatever gets you through. I can be a superhero, deflecting all the things that they may say to you.
So the vocal has this kind of pokey frequency, especially on the word B, which we are going to need to tame a little bit. And that's usually in the upper mid-range where human hearing is most sensitive. And a good starting point for this is 5K, cut 5K. So the reason we want to cut it, let's boost it first and see why. So here's the 5K boosted.
I can be your undercover lover.
It's kind of an ugly frequency there, right? So you want to cut that out a bit.
I can be your undercover lover. I can be whatever gets you through.
Without the cut.
I can be your...
And with the cut.
I can be your...
So yes, we cut it, but we also lost some of the airiness of the vocal. And the way we get that back is the second EQ move, which is going to be a high shelf at around 15K or so. With that high shelf in.
I can be your undercover lover. I can be whatever gets you through. I can be...
So without the shelf.
I can be...
With the shelf.
I can be your undercover lover.
Subtle difference, but that air is really nice to make the vocal not seem too dull because you cut so much out of that 5K frequency. Again, without any EQ moves here.
I can be your undercover lover.
And with the cut at 5K and the boost at 15.
I can be your undercover lover.
So that's with our plain stock PreSonus Studio One EQ. Now, if we do the same process with some vintage style EQs, I picked 3 different ones here on the screen. I've got an SSL style EQ, a Neve style EQ, and an API, 3 of the big heavy hitters in analog gear. And the first thing I'm going to do is try it with the SSL. And here, I cut out a little bit of that 5K, actually quite a bit of that 5K, and boosted the 15K. So here it is with the SSL style EQ.
I can be your undercover lover.
So you can already hear in comparison with the stock EQ, which is this again,
I can be your undercover lover.
that it is different. SSL again.
I can be your undercover lover.
And that's because this high shelf on the SSL can sometimes be a bit harsh. You have to be very careful with this when you're boosting. If I boost too much, it gets really harsh really fast.
I can be your undercover lover. I can be...
So you got to be careful when you're recovering that air on the SSL. Let's go to a Neve here. Now a Neve style, 1073 style EQ is a bit different because this top shelf is fixed at 12K, so you can't set it at 15K. But I can still cut around 5K. This is 4.8. Cut quite a bit out and then boost that air. Here it is with the Neve style EQ.
I can be your undercover lover. I can be whatever gets you through.
And with this 12K shelf, you get pretty harsh fast again, just like the SSLs. So if I push it too much,
I can be your undercover lover.
got to be careful up there.
I can be your undercover lover.
So again, here's the SSL style
I can be your undercover lover.
and the Neve style.
I can be your undercover lover.
And now we've got an API style EQ. This has 5 and 15K available, so I'm cutting out a lot of 5K, boosting up the 15K.
I can be your undercover lover. I can be whatever gets you through.
Without the EQ again,
I can be your undercover lover.
and with the API style.
I can be your undercover lover.
Let's quickly cycle through all 3. SSL style,
I can be your undercover lover.
Neve style,
I can be your undercover lover.
and API style.
I can be your undercover lover.
So in some ways, we're kind of limited to the choices available on these analog style EQs, whereas a digital EQ, of course, you can manipulate it to whatever frequency you want with whatever bandwidth or Q value you want. So there we go, a really easy way to remove vocal harshness on a male vocal especially by cutting 5K and boosting 15K for air. And those frequencies can slide around a little bit depending on the vocalist, depending on the mic, depending on how it was captured. But in that range, upper mid-range cut and a high shelf boost is going to get you that vocal harshness remover to make your vocals sound airy without that really obnoxious frequency poking out. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, so we can keep you in the loop as to what's coming up next, and I'll see you in the next one.